Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I thought I would film a video today just basically updating you on the little things that we've had going on in the house, because I know I did an updated house tour not that long ago, but there are a few more things we've been working on. Like the bathroom is pretty much finished, the door just needs to be painted. And then we've also started a load of work in the garden and on the driveway as well. I've also sorted out my wardrobe room, and I actually had a chest of drawers delivered for the guest room yesterday. So the house is like so close to being done. The last place that we renovated, we literally like put the last coat of paint on and we moved out straight away, whereas this place we've got like time to properly enjoy it, enjoy where we live. But I'm gonna pick you guys up in the morning and show you around the house. It's currently 8:15, so the sun is literally setting, so I want to show you everything in like broad daylight. You can see what's changed. Good morning guys, it is now the next day and the sun is shining, so I thought I would give you this little tour around the house. It's mainly going to be upstairs, and then I'm going to take you outside and show you what we've been starting on in the garden. The weather has been so atrocious, like we do not have summer this year. It's literally cancelled. It was cancelled from the start, so we've kind of had the garden project on hold, but we've also sorted out our driveway, so I can kind of show you bits of that too. But like I say, I wanted to show you the dressing room and the finished bathroom. Brad has actually now painted the door, so it's literally done, which I'm so excited about, because if you remember the bathroom before, it was not cute. Like the worst part of the house in my opinion. But anyway, let's get on with the tour. So I know you guys have already seen our bedroom, which is currently in this room, which is at the back of the house, so the garden is out this way. But now as you come out of our bedroom, the landing is still a work in progress. Brad has actually been painting over the last couple of days. We have got some white on the walls. We need to refresh the paint in this stairwell, but again, it's just going to be such a big job that we've not started it yet. But to the left of our bedroom, we now have the bathroom, and I'm trying to remember where this was at when you guys would have last seen it. I honestly don't even know if you've seen the shower yet. This is kind of what you see as you come in. So we've replaced all the windows. Please ignore the lovely present from a bird there. I'm not sure how that's happened, but the window cleaners are due to come anytime soon. But yeah, we had all the windows changed in the house bar like 2, I think. So we've had this one frosted. It was that kind of like distorted glass, but this just works so much better. I feel like you get so much more light through still. This is the kind of vanity area. So we picked up this unit from IKEA. I think it's actually a kitchen unit, but it works really well because the drawers are super deep. So we've just got loads of storage in there. And then this bowl was from, I think we got this supplied by our plumber, so I'll leave his details down below if you're local to Norfolk or Norwich. And then this worktop is actually left over from our kitchen worktop, which I know I showed you guys in the last house updates video, so you may recognise this, but we just kind of cut it to size to fit on here. Tap I think was from Amazon. We get a lot of our taps and fixtures and stuff just on Amazon because they're so much cheaper. This mirror I feel like I'll get questions on because I usually do, but this used to be in the bedroom. And obviously the original plan with this bathroom was to have the sink over here on this wall, and then the toilet was going to be under the window, but the way that the pipes ran and I think the way the joists run under this floor, we weren't able to have that layout. We've ended up with the sink under the window, which obviously meant there wasn't room to put a mirror. Brad is thinking of getting one of the like pull-out mirrors that we can nail into the wall here and then just have it like across and then put it back. I'm not really sure what we'll end up going for, but this obviously works for now. So yeah, that is like the sink area. We have tiled the windowsill. We haven't actually tiled a backsplash, which we might end up doing, but for now it's just painted. But also excuse any like marks you see and stuff. The whole place has kind of got to the point where it needs a bit of a lick of paint again, so we will get around to that at some point. But then behind the door is here. We have a towel rail. This is obviously a heated one, so it works as the radiator in here, and we've just got our dressing gowns on, some towels, bath mats. This way we have the toilet just here. Obviously all this is tiled now, and then we have the shower cubicle, which honestly this works so much better than we had it before, or the layout of this house before. I'm so glad we've gone with this. It just literally works perfectly. So if you remember the vlogs of when we first moved in, this was actually split into 2 separate rooms. So the toilet was in a little room here, and then this bathroom had like a big bath under the window with a shower over the top of it, and just like a tiny little sink here. So we ended up knocking this wall down to make it one big room, and then obviously we've used this as a shower cubicle instead. Like I say, it just works so much better. We have so much more space in here. Like the floor space, you honestly would struggle to like turn around in here before, and now you can probably like get dressed in here, get ready. The shower itself is just from Wix. I think this was like £120, if that. You can spend a lot on these things and this works literally fine. The tiles are from Tops Tiles. They do still need a bit of a scrub where all like the grout and stuff is just left over, but I feel like they work quite well. And then we obviously have the window in here, which was already here, but again, we had it replaced for this frosted one. Windowsill we have tiled so we can use it as storage. And that is it, I think. Flooring is Wix. I didn't know if I wanted to kind of match it to the sink unit, but I just felt like trying to get a match would just take too long and it'd be so much more obvious if it didn't exactly match. So we've gone for something that matches the tiles a bit more. It was cheap and cheerful, if I'm being honest, and it works. So yeah, that is the bathroom, which I'm so happy is finally done. Obviously we have the door here as well. These are all from B&Q. Every door in this house that we have is from B&Q. Candles as well. I think the company I got these from doesn't exist anymore, but you can find these literally anywhere. They're just like a brush gold. And again, we've got them on every door. And then coming down the hallway, we now have my wardrobe room, which like I say, I didn't show you guys last time because it was such a tip. Like you literally could not see the floor in here. But I've organised it all. We have the same wardrobes that I've showed you guys before. We've got Brad's side here, and then mine is now nice and organised, which just feels so good. These are of course the IKEA Pax wardrobes. We managed to get the taller height because the ceilings in here are pretty tall. Need to replace this lamp, but I've got like the drawers underneath. I've got all my gym stuff under there in the cage, and they just work so well in here. I also organised this one at the end. Look at my little beans. Mum got me this book which has pictures of all the girls in. So yeah, I've just got like overflowing skincare bits, electronics, random stuff here, and then I've got more clothes in the bottom, and then right at the bottom I've got all of my hair stuff. These cages, by the way, from IKEA are just so easy to just throw stuff in. I actually prefer these to the drawers. I just feel like you can fit so much more in them, and they do feel a little bit sturdier as well. So I highly recommend these. But yeah, that is the wardrobe side. And then I've popped this rail in here, which I've had forever. I literally got this in our first house, I think. It's literally just from the range, but it comes in very handy. So I've popped all of my tracksuits on here, like any matching sets or hoodies. I've got them all on here because they are very heavy and they take up a lot of space in the wardrobe. So I thought that works for now. We obviously got our wash bin. Again, little things like this, like we need to repaint the radiator because moving things around and bashing furniture against it, it just needs a refresh. Obviously we have the paneling on the walls, which Brad did ages ago. This wall colour is Egyptian cotton. We have the same in the guest room, which I'll show you in a second. Also, this unit was originally meant to go in the bathroom, but we ended up not having enough space. It was going to go next to this one on that wall, so we were going to put like a tall unit in the corner and then this little sink unit on that wall, and then the toilet was going to go under here. But obviously where we had to change it around, there's just no space for it in the bathroom now, so we have popped it here, and I've just got some like filming bits in there, and it's just extra storage really. So that is just tucked behind the door. Yeah, that is my finished dressing room, and it's nice and neat. So I thought I'd show you that this time. And then this is kind of a little bit of the dumping ground at the minute. I feel like the rooms chop and change as to what becomes the dumping ground when we just have an overflow of stuff. Like for now, it's the washing. We need to put all this away. It is all clean. But I think I've showed you guys the guest room before. I don't think anything's really changed in here. Again, on the walls we have the Egyptian cotton. I really love this paint colour actually. It wasn't as warm as I thought it was going to be when we first painted it, but it actually works really well. It's just like a nice off-white. Bed is from Dusk. Like I say, I think I've showed you all this. These are all our old bedside tables and stuff, so we've had all this from previous houses. I need to obviously move this mirror. I think I'm going to pop that in the dressing room because we have the cupboard behind there, which again has some more of my clothes storage in it. And then this is the newest thing that I've bought for the house. So I finally grabbed myself a chest of drawers. We actually got rid of our old IKEA ones because they were just like beat. Half the drawers were broken, like they were not cute anymore. So I picked this up from, I want to say it was called like Roseland Furniture or something. I found them on Instagram, but I'm not gonna lie, like we're all fully aware how much furnishing houses cost and like how expensive things can be, and I just was not prepared to pay like £800 for a chest of drawers. It's obviously not the biggest piece of furniture as well, like I literally just needed a tiny bit of extra space. But honestly, some pieces of furniture, I don't know if like, I've just not bought things for a while, so I've forgotten how much they cost, but some places take the mick with how much they are charging for their furniture. And the place that I did find, honestly, everything was so reasonably priced. And I'm very impressed with the quality of that. It also arrived pre-built, so there was no like flat pack involved. It was really convenient. They just dropped it off and we brought it upstairs. So yeah, that is the only new addition to the bedrooms. But I will now take you outside quickly before it rains, because there is a massive grey cloud over the house right now. God, the sun has actually come out for a sec, so I thought I'd run outside and show you guys what we've been doing in the back garden. It's very windy, so I'm hoping you guys can hear me. We obviously showed you this when we first moved in, and the whole place was just like so overgrown. There was grass everywhere. All of the like flower beds, you literally couldn't see them. So we've kind of just like tidied it up for now, and then I'll show you the little project that we did last weekend. First thing we've done is pop these trees either side of the patio doors. We had these outside the front of our last house and somehow they survived. We've literally not done anything to look after them. And then we went to the garden centre recently. I'm not gonna lie, we spent £300 on some plants, and looking at this you wouldn't even know that we've done anything, which is great. But this is just one of the beds that we have kind of like refreshed. We dug everything up and we've planted all these along. They obviously still very much need to grow. Yeah, we've just planted along the side here, and we are going to do the same along the back, but we haven't got around to sorting all of that out yet. We've just popped this tree in that again we had from the last place. This is actually the project that Brad and I started last weekend, and he finished off making the other bed when I was away last week. We basically wanted these like massive planters, so underneath here is just concrete all the way along, and it splits the garden in two, and it's just ugly. So we wanted a way to hide all of that. We didn't want to like dig it all up because it would just cost so much to do. So we thought we'd actually split the garden in two a little bit. Basically have this whole area just as grass. Sorry, it is literally so windy. And then that area will be kind of where we host and like have a sitting area and stuff. I'll talk you through it in a second. But yeah, we built these planters just out of I think these are decking boards. Brad bought them from B&Q, and I think we worked out that we built them for like £75 each, or maybe just over £100 for both. I can't remember exactly how much they cost, but these were so expensive to buy. Like if you got these bespoke made, you're looking at about £300 per planter, because they are so big. Like I don't know if you guys can see how long these are. I want to say they're like 3 meters, maybe even longer. But again, we have just like planted a few bits in here. We've got like rosemary, mint, loads of little plants, and again these just all need to establish themselves and grow a bit. It looks quite sad for now because everything's just so small and like it looks really empty, but hopefully by next year this will all be so much more established, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how they've actually turned out. Like I say, this is the other one that Brad then finished building. Excuse the dumping ground in the background. This was so much worse. This whole place was just full of anything we've ripped out the house. So obviously we've got the bath here, we need to get another skip to clear out the rest of it, but like I say, that is looking 100 times better than it did. Then these tiles we actually had left over from the patio that we did at our last house, and we're thinking of putting these in here as little steps, again to kind of like break up the two sections of the garden and just cover over the last bit of concrete here. So I think we're going to have 2 slabs like this wide, and then we're going to cut the other 2 of them and place them down here as a little step down. So then as you come to this side of the garden, we have obviously another grass area. Brad has planted, sorry if you're not interested in gardening by the way, I feel like this is probably quite niche, but Brad has planted these climbers, I think they're called, to obviously go up this brick wall and kind of cover them over time. And then we've also planted some lavenders. But yeah, we've got little lavender balls here. We have a box hedge here, I want to say, and again these will just grow over time and become more established and just kind of shield this area. I think we are going to lay some bark down to stop the weeds coming through, but also to make it look a bit nicer as well. They go either side, so we've got some this side as well. And then this is kind of the view from this side of the garden, so that will just all be grass and then like obviously planted out either side along the fences, and then we're going to sit this side of the garden. So this is the next big project that we have. So we're essentially thinking of digging this whole thing out, laying shingle across the whole thing, and then this seating area, I got this from, I think I got it from Sclum like 4 years ago now, I want to say, so it definitely needs a bit of TLC. We're going to keep this seating area, and this is like the last part of the garden that has the sun. So like I say, there'll be shingle all around here, and then the seating area will be over in that corner, and then in this corner we're going to have a mini patio here. And we'll have like a barbecue on there, and then our outside dining table on this section. So we'll basically have like dining and eating, and then we'll have a chill area with the sofa. We'll probably get like a fire pit and stuff. But that is what we are thinking, because like I say, this is basically where the sun sets. Such a big project. It costs so much money. Like to just renovate all these things is a big expense, but I do think the garden will be so worth it, and hopefully we can have it done in time for like end of summer. Brad's dad and brother actually run a gardening company, so we're very lucky to have them to help us, and I definitely think it will be worth it. Like that whole seating area over there, I think it's what this garden needs. So that is the back of the house. That is how far we've got with the garden. It is 10 times better than it was when we first moved in, but obviously still very much a work in progress. And then taking you guys out the front of the house. Again, sorry about the wind. It seems to be so much more windy out here, but hopefully this wind muff is doing what it's meant to. So before, we literally just had a grass area over this whole thing. I'm trying not to show you guys too much, but our whole driveway was just a bunch of grass basically. So we've had that all taken up. We are going to replace this pathway leading into the house, but we've just literally shingled the whole thing. So now we have like a separate driveway. We've got so much more space to park the cars, which is great. And then we currently have this mess going on with a massive skip on it. So eventually this will all just be like a patch of grass, which will just keep like looking nice. Like I say, eventually that will be the case, but for right now it is a dumping ground. But that is everything that I feel like I haven't showed you guys yet in the house. Obviously the little changes upstairs, the bathroom's now done. The outside of the house is definitely our main focus now, because I think it's so easy to forget about the outside when you're renovating the entire of the inside. So now that's pretty much there. I'm excited to get the rest of it looking nice as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're new here, and hopefully I'll speak to you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.